This is our Julie pinball machine made by Pachinko that we have for sale. We bought it for personal use, but we just like the older ones better. It's turned off right now. I'm going to turn it on. And you just plug it in any wall outlet. It's going through the boot up cycle. The screen is coming on. It's going through its checks, and it should tell us that we need to add balls because there's no balls in the machine. Now currently this is mounted in a wall cabinet. The cabinet is not for sale, just the machine. We'll have some boards attached to the bottom of the machine so you can set it on a table, or you could have a cabinet made to hang on the wall. What's really neat about this machine is it actually comes with a key. There's only one copy of the key, but if you turn that key, if it was mounted on the wall, it actually allows you to gain access to the inside of your machine. Now if you put balls in the top supply tray and they just roll all out the bottom, you need to lock it over here. Let me zoom in and show you that. So right here there is a white knob, and you can see there are two tabs pointing out on either side. Right now that's the open position. You just have to turn it and until it clicks so that they're straight up and down. That's the locked position. The good news about these machines is they painted, you'll see some like yellow paint in 4 spots. Here's one spot, and then there's 4 others. Those are really the only 4 things you need to know about the back of the machine. There's tons of wires and things, and everything's in Japanese. There's no schematics for these. There's no manuals for these. So they luckily are so well made they just work. But whenever they do go out, if something goes out, there's really no way to have them fixed unless you're just really good with electronics. Let me show you some more. Okay, right in the center of the back of the machine, you can kind of see some yellow coming into play. There is that black switch. That is your volume switch. You got 3 settings on it. Loud, louder, and loudest. It's a very loud machine, but it's also a fun machine. We'll zoom back out, and that one's on the side. Where's the 4th one? Okay, well, over here on the side is right here. There is a switch, and that's your on-off switch. I had to turn the camera so I can see. Yeah, okay, so it's in view. So as you open the door, there's some yellow paint here. That's on-off. That's one way to turn it on and off. I actually had a switch on the extension cord to turn it off that way. That way I don't have to open the door to turn it off and on. And oh, then the other one is just up out of view, which is the window. I'll zoom out a little bit. If you need to open the front glass of the machine for any reason, right here there is some yellow paint, and then there's a lever. If you pull down on that lever, you're able to swing open the door and gain access to the play field in case you wanted to drop some balls in the pinball area, or clean the play field if you needed to. Oh, let's see, did I have... Oh, great. Let me show you this. Okay, here you can see the 2 speakers in the top corners. What actually there's an inline volume switch on both sides, because even at the loud setting, the softest of the 3, it was still incredibly loud. So these additional switches you can adjust with just a screwdriver. You stick it in that, whatever it's called, a pottometer, or I forget what it's called, but you stick it in there and just turn it just a little bit, and drop balls in the pocket so they get a jackpot, and you can hear the sound, and you can adjust it to a level that you're comfortable with. You have to adjust each one on each speaker individually. Since I have it open, I'm going to go ahead and drop some balls in so we can see what happens. I went ahead and filled up the back supply tray with balls. Basically when you shoot, you're trying to get the ball to go in this pocket here if you can. So I'm going to, is that in play? I can't tell. Yeah, it's on the camera. Okay, so I'm just going to drop one in. Spinning around over here. Okay, several things happened. It went in. It actually went into the horizontal. There's a horizontal flat pinball field here. I'll show another angle of it later. It's got 4 flippers, and that ball bounced around on the play field. There was a bumper that popped up and down. And while that was going on, you also had on the video, you had like a video slot machine. You had the numbers going by. If those line up, then you get a jackpot for doing that as well. So as the ball goes in here, it goes into one of these 2 lanes. I believe it went into the chance lane, so we're going to drop it in the other one. The door was open, but it went all the way through and came out, and it would have dropped in this pocket here. We got a payout of a few balls. And the reels are spinning. And you only got to pay out of like 3 or 5 balls, not many at all, because this machine, you'll see in a minute, is autoplay. You just turn and shoot, and the balls just keep shooting, and the wheels keep turning. And if you've got this wheel spinning 3 times in a row, they'll spin. And there's a holding light, I can't remember which one. One of these lights will tell you that you got another spin after that one's done. So basically you want to get the ball going up here. The right channel is for the pinball playfield. Then you want to get the ball to go in here. This Darling gate opens up during special features, like if something special happens on the screen. This big plate opens up and then anything can go in there. You also have these gates on the side. I'll drop one in. Oh, that is... I never noticed that. Okay. Got a payout of about 10 balls. And here's one on the front. Another payout. So you got 2 pockets over here and 2 pockets over here that'll pay out balls. And what I've noticed is they've bent these nails, making it really hard to get ones to go in there. So I'm going to bend those out just a little bit to make it a little bit easier to get the ball to go in. And you can do that with just about any of these nails. You can just adjust them to make it harder or easier to get jackpots. One thing really cool about this key is you turn it to the right. That opens the whole machine like we saw earlier. If you turn it to the left, it pops open the glass, so that part I showed you in back you don't even really need since you have the key. Now, let me get a different angle. So here's a look from the play tray down. You've got a button here. Let's see, is that button in view? No, it's not. Doggone it. Okay, you've got a button right here. If you push that button, then any balls that are in your play tray will go down into your receiving tray. Now when you need to empty your balls out of your receiving tray because the back of the machine is empty, what you do is you get a bucket and put a bucket underneath the bottom, and you slide this lever over to the left, and it opens a trap door and they just all fall out. Now these other buttons up here, these 2 you won't use. Those were tied into the Pachinko parlor, like if you needed to call an attendant over or you needed to order a drink or something like that. This chance button though, special features will happen during the game, and if this lights up, then that's you'll need to hit the button to activate whatever that feature is. Ashtray's been covered up. So no smoking by this machine. Maybe it was in a no smoking parlor. Okay, I'm going to drop a ball in so it'll go in the play field. It's making the turn. Drop another one in. You know, there is, as it goes in, there are two lanes here, a start and an out. So even when yeah, it's hard to get it to go in. So that went in the out lane. It's going to start. Out of view, but there are 2 5s. There are so many things to this game, I don't even know what they all are. And of course, the outside frame, all the lights were going crazy on it too during that whole scene. So anyway, it's a really cool, really fun machine. Now I'm going to close the door and we'll play it. Okay, this is the knob, and you turn it to shoot. And how hard you turn, how far you turn, determines how far the ball is launched across the playfield. So maybe only turn it a little bit if you want it to go a little far. And basically what you do is you keep dialing it in to try and get it to aim for that place at the top of the machine I showed you earlier. Now you can see I'm turning, nothing's happening. There is a metal strip back here, and your finger needs to touch it at the same time you're turning in order for it to shoot. And so typically you just take your hand, and as long as some part of your finger is touching it, then it'll launch a ball. So you could hear it launching the balls in. Now I'll back up the camera and we'll watch it in action. The last thing I want to show you is this button right here. What it's designed for is to take only one shot at a time, or to pause the action. So let's say you've turned the handle. I won't touch the metal ring, but let's say you turn the handle and you've dialed in on a spot that's really good and you like that spot a lot, but maybe you're getting a nice little video action on the center video screen. If you just push in that button, then the machine won't shoot. So I'm going to go ahead and touch the ring. Now I've pushed in that button, so it's stopped, and if I let go, it starts again.